We are all going to come to a point in time where we're going to be forced to have a difficult conversation in our sales career. Now, this difficult conversation can take place with a customer, a prospect, a coworker, a manager, an employee. Difficult conversations are what make us grow. Difficult conversations are what press us to be a better version of ourselves. However, not everyone is comfortable with having difficult conversations. The problem with difficult conversations is there's always a risk. You're risking, will my relationship remain the same after this conversation is over? You're risking the potential to earn revenue from a prospect or a customer if that difficult conversation doesn't go as planned. The way to prepare for a difficult conversation is twofold. Let's give both examples. Difficult conversation number one. You're having a difficult conversation with someone who knows you're going to have a difficult conversation with. Typically, this is manager, employee, coworker, could be a customer that you already know you have had a history with that you haven't got along. So you both realize you're coming into a difficult conversation. The way to make that difficult conversation successful is simple. Set up expectations and set up ground rules. It's easier to have that discussion than it is to discuss a topic that is passionate or a topic that's going to cause argument and not have rules from the get-go. An example would be, hey, I'm coming to have a very difficult conversation with you, Steve. I really need you to listen to what I have to say. And in return, I'll respect you and listen to what you have to say. Now, we may not agree when this conversation is over. However, I think it's important that we both have a thorough understanding of what we're trying to accomplish, and we both agree to mutual respect for this conversation. By simply stating that in the beginning of a difficult conversation, you've already taken the pressure off of that conversation by saying, okay, I'm going to respect you and you're going to respect me. When both parties agree, you can then proceed with your difficult conversation. Now, that's great. And in the world of difficult conversations, that's the easy one. The second type of difficult conversation is another problem. This is the type of conversation that's going to take place with someone who either A, doesn't know you're going to have a difficult conversation, or B, chooses not to respect the rules of difficult conversations. And here's why those two categories are the same. When you blindside somebody with a difficult conversation, typically at that point, defense mechanisms go up. Two, when someone doesn't agree to the rules of difficult conversations, they're already defensive. So when you're in a position and you're going to have a difficult conversation with a prospect, a direct report, a manager, and they're not anticipating the difficult conversation, it is your responsibility to set the tone for that conversation. And the number one way you can set the tone for a difficult conversation is empathy. If I'm bringing up a difficult subject to you, it is my job to have empathy that you might not understand where this blindside is coming from. And during our discussion and during our debate, it is my responsibility to, one, understand and express how I feel. Number two, understand and acknowledge how you feel, because we may have difference of opinions, and that's okay. I mean, that's what makes us us. We all have unique individual perspectives on life. But when it comes to sales and it comes to business, you as the sales professional, it is your responsibility to demonstrate the highest level of empathy and learn how to have a civilized conversation when discussing a topic that is challenging, when discussing a topic that is emotional. So, a little different blog approach today, but I feel it's appropriate. Difficult conversations take place in sales on a daily basis. The skills you develop by having difficult conversations in sales are going to take you so much further in life, because we're always going to be asked to have difficult conversations. Real simple way. Set ground rules, set expectations, have the highest level of empathy in your next difficult conversation. You'll be okay. I'm Anthony Garcia. Thanks for joining me on the blog. I'll see you next week.